Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. In today's video, I wanted to quickly talk about some of the changes that I want to do in my team, and I also wanted to talk to you guys about a bunch of players that I picked out that are under the radar, meaning that not many managers are looking at these players that actually could do really well. But before I continue, I just want to say thank you so much. This channel has hit 18,000 subscribers. So, thank you again. I cannot wait for game week 1. I cannot wait to go through all of the game weeks until game week 38. Could be 39, could be even 40. Who knows these days? But thank you so much again. I'm going to do my best to give the best advice as possible and go along the journey with you guys. All you got to do, to be honest with you, just watch and always drop a like on the videos. When it hits 200 or 300, it definitely does help my channel a lot and it helps me. So thank you again. Let's go through it. Now, you've seen this team before. I know. You've seen it before. But there is a question, an important question that not many managers are doing this. And the question is, when you're looking at your team, which player in your team that you absolutely do not want? Or which player that you absolutely want in your team, but you can't get for some reason? Now, I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's just think that this is not my team. I'm just looking at it from the outside point of view and I'm thinking to myself, it's too red. And I'm looking at the defense and I'm looking, okay, it's 5.5, there's a 5 million, 7.5. Okay, that's quite a lot of money at the back. The midfield is good. I mean, the defense is good. I'm not saying it's bad. Striker is good, but that 6 million up front, Fulham attacker, yeah, that's the problem. When I look at my team, I'm thinking to myself, why do I have Armstrong instead of Ings? Why am I doing this to myself? Because at the back of my mind, I actually want Danny Ings in my team. But it's so difficult unless I downgrade a lot of players. So look at your team and name me one player that you want in your team that you just cannot get for some reason. Because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people has that. I'm sure that when you are researching or when you're looking, that's the best part, right, of playing the game and creating a team. To be honest with you, I haven't really changed much, but I have changed the defense. And I have looked at some other alternatives to kind of help me to get that. So I just want to quickly look at it. I don't want to mess around with it too much because I do want to talk to you guys about some of the other players that I'll be looking at. Now, let's just say I'll go for Ings. I would love to, if I had Ings here, and I'm not going to lie to you, there's not many that 5 to 5.5, 6 million player that I actually want. And look, I'm down anyway, 1.5. I guess, look, let me say this. If I got Ings in my team, with this team, I'm happy. I'm happy with my team. And seriously, maybe not having Armstrong as well, maybe removing him, as you can see, 4 million. Then I guess I can go for a 4.5. But then what kind of formation am I going with? Am I really going to play a 4.5 midfielder? That's the problem. So I basically need your help here. I'm just I really want Ings. With Ings, I know for a fact that he will play. And he will do well against the big teams as well. With Armstrong, look, he is good. But the only reason that we got Armstrong is because we don't have Ings. Come on. That is a fact, right? That is a fact. And I'm not saying Armstrong is a bad pick. I'm just saying that I would rather have Ings. So that's what's going through my mind. I know that we only got a few days left. So I'm just having a look. And I'm thinking to myself, do I really want to downgrade Song and bring in Dele Alli? Dele Alli, I mean, if you look at it, Kane is back. He was in quarantine, but he played in the national team, so he should go straight. He should play up front immediately, and Dele and Song, sorry, will be played in the wide position instead of up front. I think that's what's going to happen. And as you can see, I got 0.5, so I could actually do this. And maybe removing Egan's, and if I bring in a 4.5 player, well, I just done it. I just have to get a 4.5 player. That is it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about this because I'm pretty certain that there is this one player in your team that is just so annoying, or that one player that you actually really want, So I'm just looking at these options, guys. I don't know what you think. I thought I'll talk to you guys about it. Might give you some kind of ideas. But yeah, that's the kind of thoughts I got on my team. I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update on it. So let's go through on some of the players that is a little bit under the radar. Some of them are really under the radar. And there's a few players here that I just basically wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay. So yeah, let's go through the players. I'm not going to go through too much in detail on each of them, but I just want to give you guys my thoughts, which might give you some kind of ideas on some transfers, or maybe you want to shift a few players around. So let's quickly go through. As you can see, Martinez, that's 4.5, and Ramsdale. So Ramsdale's moved from Bournemouth to Sheffield United. Sheffield United has added more defenders into their team, and we all seen how well they did last season, right? But a lot of people's talking about that they overachieved, and that's probably because of the goalkeeper doing really well. And I do rate Ramsdale as well. I think he is a very good goalkeeper, but that 5 million does put me off just a tiny bit. But I still think that Sheffield United could still keep clean sheets. They haven't really changed too much at the back. They just kind of improved at the back. Martinez here, we all want him to start for Arsenal. That's 4.5. It's just that I don't want to guarantee it. I don't want to say yes, he will start. And I don't want to say no. I'm just going to say I hope so. Because if we know that he is the main guy for Arsenal, then I think a lot of people will make that transfer, or they will, when they use their wild card, like if people use their wild card early, they'll definitely bring him into their team. So that's kind of the thoughts that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Lamptey as well, another one under the radar. It's 4.5, 2.3% owned. There's a couple of rotation things that you can do here with another 4.5 player that could help. So definitely look into this player. Azpilicueta. Now, I wanted to show you guys Chelsea, because Chelsea has basically changed their midfielders, right? They got quite a lot of... They got a really good team right now. Really exciting, and a lot of us are basically just waiting and seeing who's going to perform the best, and then we're going to bring them all in. That's what's going to happen. But the defense could do really well as well. Azpilicueta did fantastic, and he is one of the main guys that I wanted to recommend you guys. The problem is 6 million. 8% owned, and of course we would love to see Zuma sign every single game, or James, that is a lot of people's on radar. I can't even talk. Is on a lot of people's radar. Like if we know that he is a starter, then yes. But there's Chilwell coming back as well, and I think if Chilwell was fit and ready, I think a lot of FPL managers will go for him, because he is a very attacking fullback. And of course the fixtures for Chelsea looks really, really good. Look at Dean, a player that is on my radar, and it's a shame that I can't get him. What's that? 8 assists, 9 clean sheets. I don't know if it's going to be taking all of the free kicks and corners. Last time he took quite a lot of corners, so I don't know if that's going to be shared along the team. So that might actually hurt him, like returning a lot more. But after the Tottenham game, this is actually really good. No wonder why is people looking at Everton players. And Everton, it's that their midfield is incredible right now. It's better than most midfielders, most teams' midfielders out there. Robertson, you know what? I've got this gut feeling about Robertson. 7 million, 12.9% owned. To be honest with you, I've been looking at maybe removing Salah and bringing Robertson and Trent, and maybe going for maybe a Chelsea midfielder or something. And this guy did well. And in the last parts of the last season, he performed better than Trent. He looked better on the eye, especially. 2 goals, 12 assists, and 13 clean sheet. You know, for 7 million, if you really think about it, what other 7 million is going to bring that many points, right? That's the thought that you need to have in your mind. It's a shame that Trent is around 50% owned. And Jamal Lewis here, a new addition and an option for us to have a look at. Newcastle's fixtures are not too bad. I think you can rotate this player with another 4.5. Just need to find that right one that you can rotate with. And as you can see, the fixtures for Newcastle: West Ham away, Brighton at home, okay, away against Tottenham, Burnley at home. So the fixtures are not too bad. There are these fixtures here that can actually keep a clean sheet, and you never know. With the new attacking force for Newcastle, could completely change things. Next up is Havertz. I think that's how you pronounce his name. 8.5. As you can see, already 9.4% owned. Let me just have a quick look at his stats. Okay, so last season, 12 goals and 6 assists. I think altogether was 18 last season. And the year before, 17 goals in the Bundesliga. That's quite a lot for attacking midfield position. And he looks really good. Apparently that he trained really well. So he could actually start. And the other player that I wanted to talk to you guys about is Pereira from West Brom. Looking at some of these stats, 8 goals and 20 assists for Pereira, being the main guy for West Brom, could be an option. If we look at West Brom's fixtures, Leicester City, I mean, Leicester City's defense is not really that good. Everton could be difficult there. Chelsea's going to be difficult. Southampton, then Burnley, then Bournemouth, then Fulham. I mean, for 6 million, could be a punt to go with. Barnes kind of went under the radar. Scored 6 goals and 10 assists. As you can see, 9 clean sheet points there. 7 million, only 4.6% owned. And the fixtures, if you look at the attacking returns, right, and the attacking options, and looking at these fixtures, they're quite good, to be honest with you. You got what? West Brom away. You got Burnley at home. West Ham at home. Aston Villa at home. These are good fixtures for Leicester City to do well in. And of course, Mane, definitely under the radar. 18 goals, 10 assists. I mean, the problem is it's the same price of Salah. I think if it was 11.5, then a lot of people would pick him. So he's definitely under the radar. And he could be the one scoring a lot of goals like in game week 1. And got to look at Dele Alli. It's a shame that he had a lot of injuries last season and the previous season. And he, you know, I mean, with Tottenham, I don't know. You know, with the way Jose Mourinho plays, sometimes when we look at their players, it's just like they got a lot of chains on them or something. It's like they're not being unleashed. But being 8 million is giving us an option to actually think about. We got Jamie Vardy, 10 million. I actually forgot that it was 10 million. 17.3% owned, 23 goals and 7 assists. I mean, and looking at these fixtures is good, but the problem is there are other players that are cheaper than him that could get the same amount of points. But we've got to be aware of him, because if he starts to score a lot of goals, we might have to like go back and bring him. Raul Jimenez, that I haven't seen many people have, to be honest with you, in their FPL teams. I know it says 19.4% owned, but I haven't seen it as much in the FPL community, in the YouTube community. So I don't know where this 19% comes from. 17 goals, 7 assists. The two fixtures, okay, it's not the best. But after that, I am looking to bring in Raul Jimenez. So if I don't squeeze in Ings, then maybe I could be getting Raul Jimenez near the end, like around game week 4. And the player that I wanted to mention that hurt me quite a lot at near the end of the season. I was praying that he can score. He was my massive differential and did not. But Everton has improved. They got better players behind Calvert Lewin and Richarlison. 13 goals, 1 assist. But these fixtures are not too bad, guys. Not too bad. So yeah. And as you can see, 6.3. So those were some of the players that I wanted to mention. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys like a little bit more options to think about. Tomorrow I will be creating a video and looking at basically my final team. I'm gonna have to make a decision, and we'll see what my decision is gonna be. You guys let me know, and I hope that you guys like this kind of series where I'm trying to create a video every day before the game week 1 deadline. I would try my best to record a video on a Friday as well, but I am kind of like slowly dying inside, but I'm not joking. But yeah, thank you so much for the support, guys. You guys been awesome. Smash that like button. Hopefully we can hit 250, maybe even 300. That would be incredible. But yeah, thank you again. Cannot wait for game week 1, and then hopefully we can all start off really well. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.